Okay, I think it's working now. Well, for the first part of this, well, it's an intro for this video. Probably didn't have any speech on it. There you go. And we're nearly 2 minutes in. Anyway, forget about that. We're back with Hero's Journey, because I think I'm going to have to repeat myself. And yeah, a couple of things that I said. Thank you for the person who helped me fix the field of view. You can make it bigger, which I did. And also the other thing that I did was to give myself more of a slow, chilled experience. I've kind of almost like permanently, I think, changed my XP AA gain. I've currently got it on 80% going to AA, and it just kind of it just means that it feels as though my character is leveling up slower. Well, it is leveling up slower, and I quite like it like that. I didn't like it going too crazy fast. Wasn't for me. But I've got some AAs and stuff that I've been putting into mostly my pet skills, etc. If you're an Everquest, if you're a classic Andy, and the idea of this server makes you feel a bit sick, then this video will probably make you feel even more sick, because at level 35 I've been going around butchering pretty much the whole of Lower Guck. I've unlocked the teleporter, so we will teleport there. Yeah, at level 35. My pets are just absolute monsters. But even so, I've been enjoying it. So what you going to do? Not play it, even though you're enjoying it? Don't think so. Let's open up our own little instance and get going. Go with the usual route, I think, as we go around. Is the sound high enough for you? If not, let me know. I think the problem with the sound is there are some sounds that are just really loud, like you know, like opening all your bags at the same time. So I try and avoid that. Yeah, I'm loving it, actually. Like, as I said at the start of the video, you know, if you're a real die-hard classic like this video, you'll probably hate this video because my guy at level 35 can just go around butchering like the whole of Lower Guck, you know. But that's kind of the idea. That's what the server is all about. You know, it's not a classic experience. So we'll hit the bedroom first. What's good about it actually is that I'm actually quite keen to get back onto P99 at some point, and like just look at some of this stuff through that kind of, I was about to say lens. Oh my god. Sounds like a phrase out of something or other, doesn't it? Anyway, yeah, like a playthrough looking at it from P99 perspective. Yeah, that's my feeling about it. You know, we've discussed this on the couple of streams previous. I just think that, you know, it's there as a companion piece. You can play it or not, really. You know, it's that kind of thing. I'm planning on trying a class soon that I'll probably get this guy to 50 and see if I can get through the requirements to unlock Kunark, and then I'll probably start a character that's a bit more punching things in the face kind of focused, whacking things in the face kind of focused. My elemental there took a fair old chunk of damage. What the hell are these guys? I think they were fighting two different things there. it's definitely like all about like what crazy things can I do essentially. um, I think I died once yesterday, so it's not, it's not like. I've got another AA. I think changing the experience gain, pumping it mostly all into AA's kind of helped a bit, because it just means that you're the leveling process just seems a bit more just slower and steady. You're not like rushing through the content. That was the only real thing I was concerned with, was rushing through the content. But I mean, I can happily do this all day and just like gain a level or something, But yeah, but as I said, I'm also kind of thinking, oh, go and try this on P99 and see how it works out. Not try this, obviously, but dude's got some. Dude's pretty tanky. Yeah, blue as well. We'll chuck up the old bit of damage. I don't really do a huge amount, but yeah, I got. I'll show you in a sec. I got got a mask of deception as well yesterday. Let's be a little bit too taller, shall we? It's cool how it feels like classic for the most part as well. It's like a bit of a like some of the, I guess, with one of the updated graphics engines, even though it's older mobs. Oh, sorry, even though it's older dungeons, they've still updated some of the textures on dungeon walls and floors and stuff. Yeah, well, see, what I was thinking yesterday was like doing some stuff that maybe. I mean, I spent quite a lot of time in Cuck on P99, but it's interesting to see stuff that maybe you don't do that often. But also just just as I said, like thinking, oh, actually, I think I'll go and try that. I might start a new character on P99. I'm going to try that kind of thing, the sightseeing thing is really interesting. Like Tower of Frozen Shadow is definitely something that I want to work through just to experience that kind of thing. I did actually start an new Enchanter on P99 with the express, that reason to do that basically. The rich list is not up. Where are you? Where's that Roma? There's a Roma here somewhere, isn't there? Hey mate, thanks very much. Yeah, I'm loving it. Yeah, really enjoying it. Oh god, that looks like he's dual wielding the staff. It's two-handed, isn't it? I think so. Yeah, but for like for single mobs and small groups, this is really OP. This combination. So I'm definitely going to go for like a. I think I'm going to do like a. I think I think my main character on here from a theme point of view would probably be like a paladin XX. Probably two characters, paladin XX and a shadow knight XX. And I'd like to get the. I'd like to get the epics on those. That'd be cool. And then maybe do what I like about it also is just you just play through the content. You know, whatever anyone might say about it being brain dead or whatever, is that you like. I kind of think to myself like I know I can do the epic. I know I can go to the plains. I mean, I never really went. I think I went to the Plain of Hate once on a raid, and that was it. I've never been to Fear really, and then I know that I can then move on and do go do all the Kunark stuff that I want to do, and then move on and do all the Velia stuff that I want to do. There's a load of Velia stuff that I never did. Got to be careful here because the assassin's up. Got to be careful here because the pets just massively spaz out as they try and get up to the mob. So I kind of want to pull them back, really. Pull the mobs back. There we go. Yeah, I did. I might do, instead of doing two characters, I might just do the SK Paladin something, and kind of. I thought it'd be quite a good, cool thematic to be like to have the epics on both epics on one character if you can do that. Oh yeah, yep. Did I loot the assassin? No. What have we got? Oh, another one. I've had about 4 of those now. Yeah, I hear you. I don't. This is definitely not a preference over P99. It's just. Oh, hang on, my pet's just getting running off. It's just nice to. It's just that this is a server to just bop around on, and go around soloing stuff and seeing places maybe you've never been before. Essentially, I think that's the way to look at it. It's like a EverQuest power fantasy kind of thing. Who's that? What we got? Wizard. Get the wizard first, I think. Might need a spam heal here. Oh shit. Yep. Stop changing targets. I think if I had the choice, I would choose the original spell effects, but I do like this one. I think it's a slow proc from a dagger. You get all the insects and things flying around. That's a pretty cool effect. Oops, I should probably have used. I've got some AAs that summon pets. That summon some pets as well. I'm currently leveling on the AA side. What am I leveling? What was I leveling? I'm currently following a guide for AAs. Well, like someone, Warder's Alacrity, which I think it's a pet. All the pets do flurry, but it's 5 points. I've got 3 ranks. I need another point for the next rank. Yeah, that was. I mean, I guess like as more of a kind of like a social player. Um, I think. I think that I like that social aspect of it. Of just of going around just buffing people. It was pretty cool. Just randomly, I used to just spend time like you just spend time running around just buffing people and stuff. Oh shoot! Shoot! I honestly just enjoy all the listening to all the sound effects really and stuff, and all the spell effects going off. It's yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I've got a pretty good relationship with the community. Not in the sense that anyone knows I am particularly. Just that I think because I avoided the raid scene. Not avoided it, but I just didn't get into the raid scene really. So I guess it was just, you know, um, I didn't really see that part of it. Yeah, Skellington's cackle is definitely pretty cool. I've been building up my fortune with all the jet base health. What was a force wall for some reason? I don't know why. With all the gems and the fine steel and stuff. Um, there's still a lot of stuff I'm not sure about. Um, like there are so many different effects been added, and you got items that take augments, and I'm not quite sure what level you start putting augments in your stuff. If it's worth it, it doesn't seem like it's worth it at the moment. Um, AAs, as I said, I'm kind of following a guide for this particular class anyway, this particular character. With the Paladin SK thing, I've been trying to do a bit more research myself, like just to see. Well, I say research, obviously reading what other people think, mostly because that's the only way of doing it, I guess. Unless you can sit down and look at all the AAs and work out all the interactions and stuff. But it seems as though like a paladin with a monk or a shadow knight with a monk is pretty good. And then something else maybe. I fixed the camera thing as well because the camera move. Is there a false wall here? No. The camera movement was a bit dodge. It wasn't quick enough. I guess sensitivity was too low. But it's because I had frame rate unlocked, so I was like probably running the game at like 9 million frames per second. So I capped the frame rate at 60, and now it works fine. Okay, but do augments. I know there's an augment vendor that I've seen. Do they all drop, or can you kind of some drop, some buy? Kind of, is it that kind of thing? There's some. I need to research all that kind of thing. I watched a few more videos and stuff yesterday as well. It seems as though like a lot of like there's a particular guy who does builds and stuff, and it kind of seems as though the builds generally have similar stuff in common, which I guess is obvious really, but like so like some like sustain, so you choose a paladin for that, and then damage, so you choose a monk and a warrior maybe or something, you know. It seems to be builds seem to be generally focused around certain things. It seems as though as you get higher up, you know, you're fighting raid mobs and stuff with loads of hit points. So yeah, okay, mate. I'll check out I'm assuming I can put them on my pet weapons. We'll do that. It's funny. It's funny because I'm still being careful, even though I don't think that I'm going to die. I mean, I've got yesterday my earth elemental just took too much damage all in one go, and that was pretty. I think I'm focused on the wrong one there. Let's get back on him, and yeah, and I had feign death, but I still died. So that was my only death yesterday. Yeah, barbarians I think are definitely the best faction quest class for shamans. Oh, I've got them. I love ogres. I like the ogre plate and stuff. And the trolls in plate look really good as well. Isn't the oops, shoot. Yep. It is. Yeah, Hallas and Everfrost are my favourite areas. I just love the snowy biome thing. So I'm not 100% where I am. I'm not 100% sure where I am. Was one of those the mage room? Can't remember. Oh, shoot. Let's pop some AAs. I pop my host of elements. And was little elemental dudes come out. For this dude, I picked I think I picked no mage, and then just yeah, you just port over to the bazaar and pick your other two classes. I don't think it matters though which one you pick first, to be honest. I don't think I'm on the that level. What I should be is it came from there. I think I need to go down the stairs. I should be a gnome really, so I can just look through the walls. Where'd you come from? Oh, there we go. Little secret wall there. I want to find out what that. I think it's I'm not sure what it is. Bunny backup. I might click that off actually. I don't like the bunnies coming out. It just feels more of like a, I don't know, like a memey thing to me than anything. Oh, hello. Aggro there. Sitting aggro. I'd have to look back on videos. I think the first character I ever made on P99, it was, I think it was either a wood elf druid or a halfling druid, I think. I can't remember what it was. I think the very first video was like a wood elf, maybe. I do have a newbie cleric on P99. Just started like an evil one, human. In a rook, I think maybe. I did this room before. Oops. Lol. I think that's just a trap. Stop it. Oh man, going upstairs is a bit of a nightmare. So what am I looking for? That's where I've come from. I could go to. I need to go to the Minotaur section at some point. What I was trying to get to was the. There's a little loop with. Oh, for pity's sake, Bob. What the hell are you doing? I'm sure I was there yesterday. The loop where you do the mage and the hand. Oh, actually, this looks new though. Oh, shoot. Yeah, mage hand thingy loop. I need to try and find that. That's what I was doing yesterday. I think I got all the. No, I didn't get all the drops from the hand, I don't think. Ooh. Yeah, well, we've spoken a lot about nostalgia on here. And okay, I mean, after quite some time, I came to the conclusion that, like for me, P99, it was partly nostalgia, but it wasn't what kept me playing. It was just that it was the best MMO ever made. Essentially, that's what kept me playing. I think just the gameplay. But yeah, there's definitely like a whole feeling thing going on. I think part of the problem is that every MMO really, even other classic games and like you know neo-classic games, they just there's if it's slightly off from a feeling point of view when you're playing the game, it just doesn't work for you. I think that's kind of what I've found. I think that all my three of my pets are attacking different mobs there. I don't know why the hell that's going on. Yeah, I think you should. I think if something is just slightly out with how the game feels to play, it kind of doesn't really work. Not long term, anyway. God, these are bullet sponges. It could be anything really. Is that when I was um, when I was playing Monsters and Memories? You know, it doesn't completely capture it, but it's the closest to it. But it's something that's kind of you know it's insubstantial. It's difficult to grasp exactly why it feels more like Everquest. And I mean, aside from the fact that obviously it's got like an ex Everquest dev working on it. Um, I think it's a lot of things. I think like when I spoke about it before, I think it's like the animation, the way the mobs, wander around the zone, pathing, all those kind of things. Hey, dude. I think the look as well. I think it all goes to. Um, that goes down where we've been. Oh, it's respawning here anyway, so. I've got an AA point to use actually. I think a lot of the newer games going for the classic feel have kind of, I think they've misjudged the community element. It's like a community, I think, should always be. Where are my dudes going? Community should always be something that is there for you to partake in, as opposed to something that is like forced upon you. And I think that's what games are missing to a certain extent. It's a fine balance, but it's yeah. Whereas in Everquest, it's like we'll do this, 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 and obviously there's going to be interaction. But now it's like, okay, we need to implement systems so that it kind of forces people to interact rather than interacting when they want to interact with it. Small fine still. Never a bad thing. That's where I came down from, wasn't it? There's the skeletons, which I didn't kill. Yeah, okay. So I am lost, but it doesn't matter. Just looking for the that little loop that I did. I could look at a map, but you know, whatever. We're just going around enjoying Everquest, being OP. Oh, guys, what are you doing? Controlled by my pets. Opening the doors. Little buggers. Ooh, I don't think I came around here yesterday. Is that a wizard at the back? Yeah, red one as well. Shoot. Oh. It's getting hairy. Kill the wizard. What I think you can do with this as well, and I said it on the last stream about modern MMOs, is that you can, like with this game, you can just impose stuff upon yourself to make it more challenging. You know, you don't have to. You can like all games, you know, you can impose things on yourself. I mean, I do it with single player games as well. Like, you know, go through and complete it once, and then next time you play it, come up with ways of making it hard for yourself. I've never been here. This is all new to me. Doesn't look like there's much going on. This looks like a little bit. That's interesting. Oh, hello. Nope. I thought I'd risk jumping in there. I'm getting AAs pretty quick at the moment, but I'd rather that than, like, you know, being level 50 in a day or whatever. As I said, for anyone who's kind of new to the server and is not aware, you can choose. Basically, you go into you can choose your own. You can choose your own instance of the dungeon. So you can basically just go in on your own, just treat it like a, you know, a single player dungeon crawl type thing. I like the way that is it the same? I don't think it's the same on P90. I like the way the pet AI works. So like if I get aggro, my Earth Elemental will quickly turn around and taunt it and kind of go back to what it's doing. And my other pets will try and get behind it for backstabs and stuff, I guess, or attacking, attacking from behind or whatever. Always a wizard there, red wizard. Oh, nice one, mate. Hope it's going well. I was watching some. It's difficult to pick out the bots from the whatever stuff, but not so much now. But I used to kind of look at channels and stuff, obviously, and how it all works and whatnot. But recently, I've kind of found it's like a small YouTubers Reddit kind of thing, and you go on there, and someone will say, "Oh, my first video got 50,000 views," and all that kind of stuff, and when you look at it, you kind of realise it's all like reaction content or talking about the latest kind of topic kind of thing, and yeah, it's I guess it's just a thing, isn't it? Really, where you need to follow what's popular to. I'm going to kill that wizard because I don't like that. He looks like he might be a roamer to me. Yeah, it's definitely difficult to start now though, and get going. Particularly like if you don't keep it up. And I noticed that my videos don't get. I don't know, maybe it's different with streams. I was going to say videos, but I only really been streaming recently. I was the Cavalier. Yeah, my videos don't get as much traction as they used to. But I don't know if that's just because I don't really do any. I don't do regularly. I don't do any algorithm stuff, Those are gold rings. What did the Cavalier have? Oh. I'll give them to my Earth Elemental, I guess. I'm not sure if I missed it actually, but apparently the. Oh, there's a scribe and the sage. How do I get there? Meow. Sweet. Yeah, it's funny. I was looking at the thumbnail thing and people talking about using AI to create thumbnails for their whatevers and stuff. Yeah. Oh shit! It's two wizards. Say, oh shit! Oh. That's close. Should be healing, really. Did he die? I think he did. No, he didn't. No, he stayed alive. I think it's a shame that it's so like many gaming channels have just resorted to regenerating the same content over and over again every time a new game comes out. You know, like those kind of oh, ruined cow. I might just try and level that up, maybe. I don't know what this phosphorus powder is. I think I'm in a different part of the zone. Oh shit! Oh no! I forgot. I didn't see that. I didn't see that he died. Yeah. I didn't notice that my Earth pet died. That was interesting. So feigned death kind of saved my pets as well. My pets didn't die. Oh, okay. That was unexpected. We are level 36 though. Did we get any new spells? I need some new pet. I need the pet spells. Kind of like 39. I think my beast law pet's kind of greened out. Not that it's having much of an effect. still crushing everything, but yeah. Okay, well, that will serve me right for not paying attention. Do I need to rebuff? I think so. I'm not sure if it's true, but someone says you need to kind of buff in a certain order, otherwise something might overwrite something else, but I don't know how true that is. Anyway. Yeah, so I've got some light blue and green pets, but I've got 3 levels to go. But as I said, it doesn't really seem to be making much of a difference. Oh, thank you very much. I mean, I'm kind of. I mean, I'm grateful that people still watch, to be honest, because I think when so many channels die off, I think when you become less regular doing content. But I think that's just one of those things. Also, legendary two-handed fine steel sword, 2843. I don't know if it's better than 2840. I'll give it to my. I'll give it to my. Okay, well that was an area I didn't do yesterday, so that's pretty interesting. It's so cool with the gnome. You, you can kind of see where you've got to go to get somewhere, maybe sometimes. It's a cavalier room. I think this is definitely. I don't know if you get it so much now, but you used to get quite a lot of. Obviously, there was like level 1 Undercon and some other guys doing it and stuff. But you used to have quite a lot of people who, I don't know, like I was inspired by level 1. Maybe some people are inspired by me. I don't know. Who just kind of, I mean, for me, it was kind of just out of laziness. Quite a bit of it, to be honest. Um, Although later on, I kind of realised that it wasn't really. It was just I've tried to make some scripted videos before, but I just don't like the way they come out, and I'm not a fan of it. Um, Obviously, if you want your channel to grow, that's essentially what you need to do. Like, you know, more shorter kind of scripted stuff with thumbnails and all that kind of thing. But there used to be a lot of us who used to just like hit record and just talk. Um, but most people, yeah, but like level 1 stopped doing it. There's a few other guys that played Shaman that I knew stopped doing it. Um, I think what's his name? I can't remember. But I think there was an American guy. Oh, I'm embarrassed I can't remember his name. Um, and he's kind of got a bit of a community on. He's got like a really close community on Discord, and I think they still play MMOs and stuff. But I think that they mostly just play them with themselves and kind of stream, stream through Discord and stuff. It's very much just like a community thing. We're just doing it as a community, and we're not really, it's not like a YouTube thing. AC Gamer, yeah, but well, I don't think he does upload anymore. Really, maybe, I'm not sure. I thought that they kind of had a community thing going on Discord, so when they play or stream, they kind of do it through Discord. So yeah, I don't know if he uses uh, Twitch or YouTube much anymore. I'm not sure. Maybe he uses it to upload stuff that they've already done through Discord or whatever. I don't know. Is what I'm saying. But yeah, certainly those guys that just hit record and waffled. That there's definitely really not much of a thing anymore. Even in the, I mean, I haven't looked at classic Everquest videos for quite some time, to be honest. So I don't know, but I don't get the impression that. It's like a thingy wall there, but you can't actually. It's like the side of it. You can't go through it. Looks like. Okay. Let's not muck around. Get my pets. I guess a few people do a thing, and you know, becomes a bit of a trend, and people do it for a time and stuff, and then it all just fizzles out. I suppose that's just the way of things. I can't bring myself to make those videos though. Like you get them with this server as well, at Hero's Journey. You know, like oh, I don't know, like things I wish I knew in advance, things I wish I knew before I started Hero's Journey and stuff like that. I understand that some people probably find them useful and whatnot, but it's just a thing now. Where like every kind of video, it seems, you got these channels that as soon as a new game comes out, then that's all their content. You know, they've almost got it ready to go. 10 things I wish I knew, or 10 tips, blah blah, and you know. I guess it must work though. You know, people must watch them. Yeah, the other thing this game has, you can put an item in this slot here. I haven't got my mouse on. Have I got my mouse on screen? No. Just there's an extra inventory slot, because items, you can level up items to enchanted and legendary, and they get more powerful basically. So any item, you know, that I've got, like my shining metallic robe is a legendary version, so it's just got more stats and whatnot basically. Ooh, there's a trap here. Yep. It's a trap. Oh, I think I'm in the Archmage area now. Maybe. I think. Oh yeah, it's the hand. Let's go do the hand, shall we? No, you don't. You have to level it up. I did it with my because it's still got all the classic drops. So like I J boots dropped from. Is it Drelsner from Thingy? And I upgraded them to legendary version. I don't think the legendary version actually maybe did anything. I'm not sure. I didn't check. I should have checked to see if it increased the run speed or whatever, but I don't think it does. Oops. God damn. Ooh. Kill the wizard. Alright then. Don't. Oh, that was a mess. But it's always a mess, this camp, isn't it? Kill the basilisk? What the hell? Man, oh man. I just... Whenever I get into a fight with a mage, I just seem to end up... oh, Serpentine Bracer. The enchanted version. I think I've got that already. What have I got? I've got the legendary version. I seem to get ruined every time. Hey, Virik, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. You still playing? Six. Oh, the mage is up. That's a cool thing, right? Even like I used to do it. Like I'd be playing P99 and I'd have like, you know, I don't know, like another one of the OG's videos kind of running in the background, like, you know, level 1 or whatever. Come on. You come. Oh shit. Not sure if you've heard of this server, Virik, but it's kind of like a solo version of Everquest essentially. It's yeah. I've got a ruined cow, I think. Oh, we've got both. Oh no, ruined cow had leveled up. Okay. I've got about 4 of those robes now. It's a lot of fun, you know, as long as you go into it knowing what you're getting, which is like a, you know. Oops. Yeah, which is like a casual solo version. I say casual, you know. I think the thing with this comes from if you're into that kind of thing, just like the class theory crafting classes and all that kind of stuff. You know, if you're into that kind of thing, I think that's one of the things. And seeing content that, you know, certainly content I didn't see that much. Or hoping to see content that I didn't know. I have to go and sell surely. I like how you have like unlock quests for unlocking content. So I've only got vanilla content at the moment. Oh, the Lord's up. I didn't get him up yesterday. Yeah, I like the fact that you've only got 3 in 1. Yeah, so I'm kind of doing the pet cut class thing, which is a bit of a. I mean, I tried it. I tried it out just to kind of get the grasp what was going on. But I enjoy it. Yeah, so I'm like mage, necro, warden, not warden, beast lord. And you get all the AAs and stuff from. I think he's currently on planes, and you get all of the. Oof, okay, I think there's only 3 mobs here, isn't there? You get all of the all the AAs and stuff, but you can start using the AAs pretty much straight away. I'm just kind of leveling some up now. We'll do this fight, then we'll go somewhere else. Yeah, I spoke to level 1 a little bit on and off, kind of back then. I'm not sure what happened. I think because he kind of took all the videos off his channel. I'm not quite sure if it just wasn't for him anymore, or maybe he just didn't want the content up. So, you know, because even now, like I get every now and again, I'll get a comment from some asshole from from 10 years ago, you know, moaning about something. So maybe he just didn't want to deal with all that stuff, you know. Ah, Peanut was your first, cool. Yeah, see, I mean, with this, I'm not a massive fan of the content after. I'm not a massive fan of the content after Velius. So like maybe my classes I might do all the stuff up to Velius maybe, and then I don't know if I go any further than that. What the comment thing? Yeah, mostly I just ignore it, but sometimes I'm like, you're posting an arsey comment from a video that was made fucking 9 years ago. Like, what the hell? Let's kill the Lord first. I think it's probably going to be another spam heal thing. I think maybe. Let's use some. Let's use some AAs. Jesus, Lord, Lord just laughed at my AA there. I think I should spam heal. Just be there. Make sure he doesn't die, essentially. Oof, holy smokes. It's a bit more of a challenge in the sense that I'm worried about my mana running out. Oh, it's brutal. Oh, shit. Come on. Holy smokes. I'm out of mana. Oh dear. Oh dear. Might not even. I thought we'd be settled after that. Might not even have any mana for a feigned death, maybe. No. I don't think they're fooled, are they? No, I don't think so. Insufficient mana. Okay, I think we'll suck this one up. Okay. I'm sure there was some kind of AA I could have tripped there or something or whatever, but nope, that was dead. It's snowing in South Carolina. I thought, yeah, that was pretty brutal. Yeah, it's like it's so long ago, like, and the comments really indignant as well about something that I said 10 years ago. It's like, I felt like saying, look, mate, it's 10 years ago. I could be dead in 10 years. Why would you think that anyone cares anymore? It's like, holy shit. Well, that was a step too far, that fight. I'm sure I could have done it better. I didn't have it. One of my AAs was down. I probably could have popped this one, maybe, which I think maybe gives my pets damage reduction. Anyway. Black pearls. Yeah, I'm not. I've no idea how relevant like crafting stuff is, or things like like research words and all that kind of stuff. I've got no idea if they're still relevant or not. Right, mate. Thanks a lot. See you later. Take care. No, certainly, it's not worth keeping these, is it? Just sell them. There you go. What's cool though is the other thing. I think I've said this before, but I'm just doing solo self-found on here as well. Like for all the characters, I think probably it just feels like the sensible way to play it. It just feels a bit like you know, it's a bit too easy if you're twinking something as well as. I understand people get bored of leveling though, and that's yeah. So we've got the teleporter for Cuck unlocked, I think. Yeah, so we can just go back essentially. I think we need to reinitiate our yeah, I my druid back on live. My druid was halfling back in the day. Oh, I haven't even summoned my pet. Noob. What a noob. A lot of the, I mean, I don't play on peak, but a lot of the servers like P99 and stuff seem to be pretty low. There's a lot of people here. I haven't even logging in when I do. I've never seen less than 2,000 people here on this server. It's pretty crazy. Although Calm's currently down, isn't it still? So I don't know if those people have gone back to blue for a bit or whatever, or... Well, these guys, THJ, they kind of had like they've got a legal thing going on at the moment with Daybreak, and I think it centres around just um, I think it centres around some in-game currency type thing that they're selling. And I think Quam, I don't know if Quam had a similar thing, but they, I don't think that they got. I don't think that the issue was with them, but I think they took their server down in response because they were a bit concerned about any legal kind of ramifications. But I'm not sure if it's still down or not at the moment. I'm not 100% sure. Um, but it was to do with this server actually. These guys are going through a legal thing with. So I guess potentially this could even go down. I mean, I think it's unlikely. I think they'll settle on something that doesn't involve that. But yeah, they took it down just to be on the safe side, and I don't think it's going back up yet. Is it? Not sure. It is weird, yeah. It's weird that Qualm still hasn't come back up yet. I don't know. Maybe they feel they're not trying not to antagonise Daybreak. I don't know. Uh, Maybe they're changing some stuff behind the scenes, which means that yeah, it's weird. Hopefully they'll sort it all out. It'd be a terrible shame if servers have to start going down. You know, it's not what we want at all. I can't imagine that's what Daybreak want either. It's like I think that should be bad press, maybe. I mean, I mean, they're happy with P99, so I guess just play by those rules. Okay, mate. See you later. Maybe they haven't announced it though. I don't know. Like maybe maybe Qualm has got a legal thing going on as well in the background, but they haven't announced it. Whereas the THJ, I think they announced that they've got it going on. So I don't know. Hang on a minute. Is he not? Is he not taunting? He is. Yeah. Okay. Not sure if anyone heard about that grok thing that happened the other day, but I had a purposely kind of had a got into a conversation with Grok about AI. It was quite interesting. Part of it was because my wife's she owns a recruitment business, and just some research really. Just asking AI what he thinks about AI's impact on jobs and stuff like that and whatnot. And yeah, it's quite interesting. I don't think Grok's as powerful as Chat GPT for stuff, but it feels a bit more like talking to a human being rather than. Yeah, but I started off kind of just started off with just how's Mecha Hitler Grok today, and yeah, and he said, "Oh, that's gone." It's quite funny. But it's funny talking to him about it, like from a work point of view, and talking about like listening to like mainstream media talking about AI and how they just clearly don't understand it, and they just like they kind of see it as like the next Dungeons and Dragons or something, you know, or the environment or something. When you look at how basic it still is, really, um, like we was referencing some films, and they were saying that it's like a light years away from, like some kind of Skynet thing. And we talked about the impact it would have on jobs, but not. But it's going to be certain jobs, like like people currently doing like repetitive process jobs, that kind of thing, which is obviously an issue, but it's not, you know, it's not like no one's going to have a job in 10 years, kind of thing. Which you, but it's interesting though having a chat with AI. It kind of works pretty well. I don't even. Does the rich list actually drop anything particularly? Oh, black sleeves. What have we currently got? Oh, well, we can change those. Okay. The settings up again. There's. Oh no. Oh, there we go. I think occasionally I might have had a mob where it looked like it was carrying a weapon, but it didn't. Another mask. He drops a mask every time, pretty much. Oh shoot! What happened there? Oh, What happened there was you fell through a hole. That's what happened there. Holy moly. Yeah, getting on the AI thing is really interesting because it was saying that I'm not sure anyone saw it, but I guess most people did. But he kind of spazzed out the other day, and the CEO ended up like resigning over it or something. And it was just saying like how reliant AI really just still is on human interaction and human error. You know, it's not really anywhere near where people seem to think it is, kind of thing. Um, when did I start? I I reckon I've put in about 30 hours so far. I think. I really think the wizards are brutal, irrespective of how strong you think you are. I think when I first looked on Discord for the game, um, I wasn't 100% sure. Um, Not that I thought I wouldn't like it, but there's so much talk about like theory crafting classes and stuff. It's a bit overwhelming. Uh, and as mostly like a classic player, I was just mostly lost, to be honest. But I think what's good about it is the way that you start your character and you're kind of locked into vanilla until you get to like level 50 or whatever and do the quest to unlock Cunark, and then you go into that. So I think that for me that made the process much easier because I can just focus on this for now, and then do all the content I want to do here, and then move on to Cunark and do all the content I want to do there, and you know get some epics and that kind of thing. So I quite like the way that it's staggered like that. Like you're kind of locked into an expansion, kind of until you want to finish with it, really, I guess. And that just makes it a bit more focused for me, which I appreciate. Bearing in mind also, I've changed. So most of my experience is going into AAs. So I'm leveling not like classic level, but much closer to that. Um, if I was just interested in getting levels, I could be. I'm sure I could be 50 by now. Um, but I purposely slowed it down for myself. Yeah, by changing the XP. And I'll probably leave it like that, to be honest. I prefer it is quicker, but you do doing it this way. You do get time to kind of hang around, smell the roses, as it were. And you could just put all of your XP into AA for a time as well, so you stay at the same level if you wanted. If you wanted to camp some stuff at a certain level and or whatever the reason might be. Ouch. The wizard just came out of nowhere. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, well, I think in a way, I guess it maybe. I mean, you know, I kind of, well, I cheated to get it on P99. You know, like someone else logged in my character to do it for me. I mean, I got all the faction up and stuff, and I got to the point where I could do it, like the turn in, but I couldn't do it. So I couldn't be on at the time when they were on, so they kind of did it for me. So yeah. Why? Well, the interesting thing I'm finding so far is that I'm actually learning stuff while playing this. Um, like learning where mobs are and that kind of thing, which I didn't really know too much about before. I guess whether you decide to kind of take that into P99 and use that knowledge and do that as well, you don't have to, but it's like I'm definitely learning stuff playing this, even though you know the combat is mostly a pushover. Yeah, I did all the faction. Actually, for Pete's sake. Actually, I've got about three shamans with max faction on. Typically. Yeah. There you go. But only one epic on, only on epic on one. Right, so I guess the Lord's probably still up, but that was one hell of a fight previously. But I've got all my AAs available, so yeah, I just did like a roster of shaman at one point. Still have probably. I think I've still got the two old ogres. Um, oh no, it's not the Lord this time. Oh, I guess when I reactivate it, it just respawned with different mobs. Fair enough. I respawn it myself. I tried raiding. I joined a couple of guilds. Like it's something that I kind of would have liked to have done more of. Um, but I kind of joined up with a couple of quite big guilds. But during the times that I played, like even I think I was in Europa for a little while, which was I can't imagine it was exclusively a European guild. But even the time I played, even then there wasn't really anyone on, and no one was doing anything. Um, and I think at that time, at those periods, if you're in a big guild, if there's the same 20 people on every day during a certain time period, I guess they all get to know each other more. So you get like clicky groups and stuff that just do their own thing. So yeah, it was like the raid thing was just more like a health kind of time of playing kind of thing, really. Uh, okay, let's give this a go. Let's use some AAs first. I think we're alright this time. Obviously, the Lord was a pretty hardcore. I got this as an AA just because it's kind of in part of the chain of getting the AAs you want, I think. I'm not sure how much damage it actually does though. Yeah, you see, I kind of think that like casual raiding is a bit of a, is not really a thing, because I think when people say casual raiding, I think they just mean casual compared to like hardcore raiding, which is still, you still need to be around at the right times and you still need to invest time and all that kind of stuff. You know, it's like, yeah, I don't think there's such a thing as casual raiding. I think there's less intense raiding, but casual, I don't know. People used to talk about that, but I'm not sure. You know, you still need to. Okay, it depends on your situation, but you still need to be available at certain times and put in the time and whatnot. I guess it's nice if you're in a guild where, you know, the requirements are not, you know, you don't have to turn up to every raid and all that kind of stuff. I think we might. My plan is to go around and do all the content as much as I can. I think most people, obviously, experienced players who are just looking to level as quickly as they can, I think they kind of go through Guck, get to level 50 as quick as they can with some AAs and stuff, and then move on. But I'm not sure how much longer This might be my last day in Guck, and then maybe we'll go somewhere else, just to go and see if there's any items that I can pick up that might be useful. I think before the legal thing, they were working on a solo self-found server. I think hopefully that might still come out. That might be quite just depending on what rules they put in place. I think it's difficult for people to kind of impose rules on themselves, though, isn't it? Like when I remember I was watching the video for that pirate software thing, that WoW guild, um, and there are a couple of big streamers on there who were caught cheating, like using the auction house and stuff. It's almost like they just couldn't help themselves, you know. No mage this time. Stay with me, pets. Chuck some damage in, shall we? Oh, rooted again. Well, my ruined cow has almost gained a level. It'd be enchanted though. It takes quite a lot of XP to get them to legendary. Another random untimed band. I think I've got one of those. Yeah, no legendary one so far. Or even enchanted. Oh, yoy, yoy. Okay. Hey, I'm sure that was the same one. I'm trying to avoid. I'm trying to avoid the. Can you see where the holes are? Yeah, there's one. That's not one. There you go. I liked all the names of all the different. I'm not sure. I wonder where the names come from, like Yun and stuff. Yun sounds pretty Chinese to me. I wonder if it just comes from various cultures and the names of the ghouls of the froglocks. I'm not sure they've turned it off. Someone said that there was like the token thing that's causing the problems, the currency thing, kind of drops off of mobs quite a lot during the day. But I haven't actually had any. I don't think I had one drop yet. Okay, so the other spawns are around that side. Fair enough. Accessible only by going that way. Okay, guys, well, I think I'm going to call it a day now. Yeah, we'll see where we are tomorrow. If I stream tomorrow, I'll try and go to a different spot, basically. I guess, yeah, you get like a little journal for shows you progress towards you unlocking things. So I think it's getting to 50 and then doing the quest to unlock Kunark. But I'd like to visit some of the dungeons and stuff first and just camp some stuff, that kind of thing, see what we can get. And then go from there. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching.